gentlemen, welcome back to Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. I am your Admiral, Alchemical Rabbit. Atoli will be joining us later, but for right now, we are still in the single player until we can unlock the co-op option. I think after this episode, we should be good. Last time, Admiral Spire escaped from the hellish dimension of the warp and has tried to rally the troops that are left in the Cadian system. We are now beginning our counterattack at the Demios binary star system. Oh god. Okay, battle preparations. The engagement board allows you to make final preparations for the battle. Leadership. The leadership value represents the maximum cumulative fleet value that can be deployed at the start of the battle. So right now, I can deploy up to 600 of my fleet at once. I have barely 300. It won't be a concern. Ships that couldn't be deployed due to leadership limitations basically come in as reserves later. The top fleet will always deploy first, and so we can change the order of that. And we must always protect our faction leader, or else the campaign is over. So yes, so Spire must always live.
10,000 years have passed since the galaxy burned in the fires of the Horus heresy. 10 millennia since the greatest of the Emperor's Primarchs fell into the grasp of eternal damnation and tore the galaxy asunder. Horus Lupercal may be dead, his body ashes, and his memory the stuff of a cursed legend, but the wounds he wrought yet gape in the hide of an embattled Imperium. For the battle against chaos knows no end. Many of Horus' servants survived the civil wars, and they have not forgotten their defeat. When the War Master fell, they retreated to the Eye of Terror and waged battle anew. Greatest of these was Abaddon the Despoiler, Horus' greatest living heir. Abaddon took the title of War Master for his own, and embarked upon a long and bloody campaign to succeed where his fallen master had failed. 12 black crusades he launched against the Imperium of man. 12 world-shattering campaigns to forever alter the balance of power. Now, as the millennium draws to a close, a vast armada of traitors slips its moorings as Abaddon launches his 13th and perhaps final strike. As the tide of chaos breaks against the Cadian gate, the Imperium holds its breath. Faith alone cannot hold back these bleak waters. Only valor will serve.
Well said indeed. Alright. Now a loading screen. God, this game is gorgeous. Like, I always have to give credit to the team that developed this. I remember I saw them interviewed before the very first game came out, and I have never seen a team of developers be as passionate for the IP and lore of what they were working on as the team developing Battlefleet Gothic. And of course, we always get very dramatic shots of our ships arriving into the sector, because it would not be Battlefleet Gothic without that. And this is what we have. Now, I'm going to go ahead and double tap Alt so I can immediately see where all the obstacles are. I'm always going to have that on. This is a objective claiming mission. So each of these white circles is an objective that we will need to claim to earn points. Now, we can also win by crushing our enemy beneath our Imperial boot. And, of course, we're going to try and do that. To make that work, we are going to start right on the front line. We're going to try and dash through these fields to this first point. When we figure out where the Chaos Fleet then is, we will engage them and crush them. So, let's go ahead and grab them all. Let's go ahead and get them all into auto engagement. We're also going to get them all to close engagement, except for the cruiser, which will go to medium. Alright, without further ado, we begin.
By fire or cunning, we shall prevail in the Emperor's name.
Now, we just talked about the objective, so I just closed that. But when a ship is destroyed, the opposing camp gains as many victory points as its value. When a ship leaves the battlefield, the opposing camp gains as many points as half. So it's always better to destroy enemy ships than to just leave them wrecked and running. We gain more points. It will help in the campaign in the future. Now we're going to go ahead and burn thrusters to go ahead and get us towards this point. Now, the enemy is able to see us while we're doing this because as we burn our engines, we're creating so much energy, their sensors end up picking us up, yada, yada, yada. And as we can see, they all stop.
Though our duty is to annihilate enemies of the Imperium, it may sometimes be in our interest to obtain victory without engaging enemy vessels. Capturing strategic positions might well force the enemy's withdrawal. Going silent! Focusing war sight!
So yes, I've gone ahead and put the small frigate into running silent mode. That way he will not be picked up even if he's outside of the steam cloud. And see, even in stealth mode, he is able to go ahead and grab objectives. So what I can do is use... I need to turn off engagement mode because otherwise they will keep running towards the enemy even if I don't want them to. I need to keep that in mind. Alright, so keeping this small ship here should be fine. They'll go ahead and claim this objective. We'll get a couple other ships in. I believe that means we'll claim it a little faster, as you can see here and here. Yep, more ships equals faster grabbing. We are in it. We are also stealthed, so they don't currently see us.
Your orders?
You have seized a strategic area.
We have. Alright, so I'm going to send this ship forward a tiny bit. Meanwhile, these ships are just going to reline up to engage. So we're sending this basically forward as a scout. And figure out if they have split their ships. Because if they have, we can pick one off. So we're almost in long-range scanner range for the frigate.
Ship ready.
Let's go ahead and park ourselves on this grid button. Not grid button, this grid point.
We serve.
Alright, we do have a huge line of torpedoes ready.
We serve.
Let's go ahead and drop a scanner. There they are. Alright,
For the Emperor.
let's go ahead and get in there. You can pull off.
Your orders?
Let's go ahead and fire torpedoes.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
I'm sure he has. Alright, just getting him out of the way of those torpedoes. As we can see, first hit with a torpedo, already good damage. Already good damage. Alright, gonna quickly pause. We are going to drop a stasis bomb here.
Aye, Admiral.
We're gonna send him around. And that is fine. He can absorb a few shots. We are going to now use a micro warp jump, which will allow Admiral Spire's ship to reposition, getting the hell out of the way of this ship. Excellent, excellent. And we can start launching boarding parties into there. Now, Admiral Spire's ship comes out, repositioned in a much better position to fire on him. We can then even deploy a plasma bomb on top of him, which seems like a lovely idea. Alright, we got our first assault groups in. Second assault group is going in. This ship is just burning at full speed to get to the next objective point. We're just going to keep this escort out. So I dropped 2 bombs here. That's what these circles are. When this red circle reaches the outside, it's a timer. Once it gets there, the first bomb will go off. It's a stasis bomb. He is now trapped. Now, as my bullets hit here, they will stop moving as well, as we'll see right here. But that plasma bomb also nailed him, so his generators are now down. We're going to focus fire on his engines, just because these chaos ships tend to like to get farther away from me than I would like. And we can see the bullets are on their way. So the stasis bomb will let us get a whole bunch of firepower off on these guys. For that reason, we'll go ahead and put ourselves in the reload stance. Lovely. So we are just outside of the bubble. And that is fine. Alright, good critical hit. 2 turrets are down. Now he's going to try and claim that point, which is annoying, but here's the thing. If I kill him, it doesn't matter. Swing that big nose around. Just going to fire off some quick torpedoes, see if I can screw with him a little bit. I'm going to bring in these 2 ships to be at closer range. Boom! Good hit with those torpedoes. That was a perfect hit, actually.
Machine spirit appeased.
Alright, Auger Probe is in a good position. Now, once again, we are now claiming a second position for the Emperor. Yeah, just send yourself into there. That would be fine. Alright, we're going to drop a plasma bomb right in front of him again. This should do even more damage. Now, if he's smart, he will try and get out of the way. He is not, though. He's going to sail right through it. Boom! Huge chunk of damage. Turret's gone.
You have seized a strategic area.
I am not surprised. Alright, going back to slow motion. Alright, grabbing our escort ship. We're just going to send him to immediately deal with that. Alright, good thing about these little buggers is they spin fast. Putting him on full speed. Let's get him there. Now, chances are we're going to kill this guy long before the escort gets there. But that's okay. Do we have more torpedoes? We do. We could even drop a stasis bomb, but I don't think that's really necessary. Alright. Also, there's one other thing that these ships can do, which I have not mentioned yet. They can ram. Ram. We're gonna go for it. Oh, we clipped him. We just clipped him. It was worth it, though. Alright. One more plasma bomb. Let's just drop it in front of him. Let's go ahead and spin your giant butt around. Alright, that plasma bomb's gonna end up killing him.
Aye, Admiral.
But let's see if we can bring this around. Nope. Fire off the last torpedoes just to be dramatic. And that is the battle. Quick, no fuss, no major losses. Well done. Alright. That means we have claimed another sector. Not another sector. Another system. In the name of the Golden Throne. Now, what will that actually get us? Alright, we gained a whole 93 renown. No major damage to any ships. Took a little bit of damage on the Endeavor for the Mechanicus fleet, but they'll be able to repair that up. I think it's one turn.
Others will follow should we remain true to our duty. Battles leave scars. I must be mindful of my vessel's condition. The reclamation of Demios binary has taken our enemy by surprise. The Claustum system is exposed. We shall push our advantage.
We shall. Oh.
We must have access to production facilities. If Claustum falls to our forces, we shall have them.
Alright, so a million things just popped, some of them not even giving us a chance to read them. A leader experience. When a leader reaches level 4, he gains 1 more movement point. When a fleet is involved in a battle or seizes a neutral system, basically movement is used up. Destroyed ships are lost for good. Damaged ones are repaired and have some of their lost troops replaced at the beginning of each turn, if they are located within a system controlled by their faction. Repair and troop placement. At the beginning of each turn, each of your ships located within a system under your control benefits from the following. 10% of hull is repaired, 3% of critical damaged systems are repaired, and 3 lost troops are replaced. You may spend resources to accelerate the repair of your ships. To do so, select a fleet, and then a ship, and then we can spend resources to repair immediately. And then finally, resource and construction points are the most valuable, as they are necessary to construct new ships. So, we have engaged on this area. As we can see, the game won't let me select anything else, so I must select the Space Marine ship. I can then send it using 2 movement points to Clauston. Shipyards provide construction points that are necessary to build ships. Construction point supply. When a system is conquered, the shipyards do not provide construction points immediately. They have to replenish. And then shipyards get construction points each turn until they reach their maximum value. So somehow we know that there is a shipyard at Clauston. I'm not 100% sure how we know that, but we'll take control anyway. Ah, there it is. There it is, construction points. So, with that in mind, we can't build up our fleets. The game is giving us no other option but to end the turn. Now Chaos gets to go. Chaos does something, maybe we don't know about it.
Our shipyards are ready to provide us some reinforcements. Time to see what the Adeptus Mechanicus have to offer our crusade.
So we can go ahead and pick the Gothic War Fleet, Spire's fleet. So this is what we're talking about with construction. So see under here, there are 2 spaces. One of them has a white dot. That means it can have up to 2 construction points stored, and right now only has 1. Similarly, Clauston can only have 1 construction point and has it currently. So we're on Admiral Spire's fleet. Let's go ahead and add a ship. If the game doesn't freak out. Because I clicked.
Demios
Okay.
binary shipyard isn't capable of full production just yet. We'll use Clauston for now, and wait until Demios is capable of crafting larger vessels.
Understood. So, shipyard network. Systems under your control linked by a safe route from a network. Shipyards are accessible from any system within the network they belong to. So basically, we don't have to be parked at the planet we're building from. So we don't want to use Demios yet, because we can see once they gets 2 of them, we can actually add a light cruiser to a fleet. And having a second large ship would be good. So we're going to go to Clauston.
Shipyards are small, but can provide us with recon ships. These will be valuable assets for our operations. Big guns are nothing if not deployed with grand purpose.
Indeed. So the game is recommending I build a Firestorm. A Firestorm has some light macro turrets, a light lance battery, and it is an escort ship, and basically just has a normal plasma reactor. It has all of the normal skills that you would expect, repair, and it has a scanner, which allows us to pinpoint more enemies. So we're just going to add one of those, using up the construction point, as well as 41 coins, which we currently have... I think 683? Yes.
All is prepared. It is time to welcome a new vessel to the Emperor's service.
So I can't build another one of those because I don't have any more construction points. So yeah, use the resources. So this guy can actually have, if I recall, Spire's fleet can have 3 escorts, but we can only build 1 at the moment. Yeah, it's down here in the lower right-hand corner. You can see that. This is also the maximum fleet value. So we can't have a fleet value above 400. And we can't have more than 3 escort ships currently. So, can't build anything else, so we'll confirm.
Of the Cadian sector can now proceed. However, we cannot leave our holdings without defenses. We should at least deploy an orbital minefield.
So yeah, so on this system, I am going to go over here and spend 80 resources on the minefield.
Just begun. War is replete with opportunity. As ground is seized, new objectives will arise. Let us proceed. We are the Emperor's fist. Let his foes tremble at our coming.
Indeed. Now, in addition, because this is going to be my main place to build up ships for right now, also notice it will not actually let me select my ships and claim more territory. The game's still in somewhat tutorial mode. I also kind of wanted to build a defense platform, but it won't let me. No quick moves for me. To be fair, Chaos doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Aha, they've begun reinforcing. Alright, so moving some fleets around.
The systems we have reclaimed are developing well.
Indeed, as we can see, we could build there. This asteroid field, for some reason, has a little exclamation mark, but I don't know why. Let's check binary.
Prosperous systems can only be a good thing for our cause. We will protect them.
And to do that, we will evolve the Demios binary system. It will make it better. I'm not 100% sure on the exact buffs.
Receiving
there we go.
Communication from the Vox relay. It is Lord High Admiral Drang.
So the old man's still alive. I told you he was too tough to kill.
Admiral Spire, I trust you stand ready for orders.
Always.
Good.
How very Imperial.
Strategically and symbolically, the Cadian sector is vital to our efforts. You will reclaim it, Admiral. The Emperor protects.
Understood. The Emperor protects.
Counteroffensive. On direct orders from Lord High Admiral Drang, Admiral Spire must regain control over systems within the Cadian sector that are currently held by Chaos. That is our current mission. We have unlocked co-op, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other ships. So we can see we have access to actually even evolving our asteroid field shipyard. Tempted to go into that, but do we have any way to get more resources? Because that would actually seem better. So this area is not quite ready, still needs a couple of turns. Clouston, mining world, resource generation. Okay, so this one we're going to evolve right now. The reason being, now we are generating more resources per turn. We're now actually running a surplus, and our shipyard will now be on par with the Demios binary. Now, to this end, what I believe we are going to do is we are actually going to add our new ship to the Void Inquisitor, this light cruiser belonging to the Space Marines. So, for that, we have the Vanguard Mark II, which the main difference between these two is this one has macro batteries, which restore normal cannons. This one has lance. So, it's very, very accurate, but lances don't tend to do as much damage. So we can see short range is really where we want to put macro batteries, right? Whereas these boys, these lances, actually want to be all the way out at 9,000. So you actually want to be up close. You're just a torpedo boat. I'm actually not a huge fan of torpedo boats. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with the light bombardment cannons. It's not the most expensive, and it will make that ship quite a bit better. So we have added that. Perfect. 300. That is a number I like to see. Meanwhile, Admiral Spire will wait here to defend. We will send the 6th Mars fleet down here to Helitus. He has made his position known, and he is going to head and taking control of this sector. Survivors emerge from the ruins of Cadia, looking for a way to avenge their kin. They offer their lives and everything they saved as a war effort to the Imperium. We receive 100 resources for 10 turns. That is nice. So, cool. So, Helios is an aggro world. All controlled worlds will now have a better chance at evolving. That is a good thing to have right now. Admiral Spire. Do we just keep you here for right now and hope that Cadia does not charge at you? I think that we do. Because this more powerful Space Marine fleet, we are going to deploy here. And they will claim this area. We have a gas cloud. What do we get here? One enemy battle plans every 8 turns. Okay. Cool. An extra 200 resources when we first grabbed it, which we just did. And another aggro world. This is good. Now, do we have any other systems that are evolve ready? Because if so, it might be worth to go for them. I'm tempted to upgrade that shipyard. It's also a little cheaper now than it was. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to upgrade this. Perfect. Alright, so this area, also, I talked about this. I want a defense platform here. This system is one of the 2 ways into our area. I'd rather keep that secure, and similarly, we'll drop a minefield over here on Helitus just to keep it going. Do I want to add another escort? I think I don't. I think I just want to wait until next turn where I can add another light cruiser to Spire's contingent, or possibly this one, actually, just to keep up strength. Alright, now also we have the Renown menu. This is where we will spend our experience when we get it, but as you can see, we are nowhere close to actually leveling yet. And so that is how this campaign is going to play out. Our main thing right now is making sure we don't suddenly get punched in the face from an assault from Cadia itself, and that they don't try and backstab us through Helitus. If we can ensure that, we can then send the Space Marines up through here to clear these systems out for us. Then we can swing around the outside, and Cadia will be ours. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be the plan next time, where Atoli will finally join us in co-op. If you have enjoyed, please be sure to like, subscribe, and to share. I have been the Lord Admiral Alchemical Rabbit, and I'll see you later.